You know, that was a really weird line that Jimmy Woo and Monica Rambeau said to each other regarding why is it that they can sense that energy field when the other people can't. And I think I have an idea of why that is. Let's talk about it.
I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Real talk. We roll up like a mob. The assassins on a job. And you know we going hard. Give the fallen our regard. Hip hop assassins. Got a track for anyone that you dragging.
So what's good, everybody? It's your boy Token Drew. And today, I have a wild theory. And it only works if there was one death in the series that they have not talked about. But I can't find anywhere that this death happened or didn't happen. So we're gonna take the train into speculation town and we're gonna talk. And I got some cool ideas. So in Wandavision episode 4. Now before I get started, let me go ahead and throw up this good old spoiler warning because I ain't holding back. This is a theory. So mind you, I don't follow leaks and read ahead on the plot and anything like that. So I've seen as much as you guys have seen. This theory only holds weight if, like I said, one thing has happened. It only holds weight if Jimmy Woo was a victim of the snap as well. Now I searched online and there has not been a comprehensive list of people who have been snapped or anything like that. So here's my way of thinking. There's two lines that are said in that episode that got me down on this path. The first line is when Monica arrives on the scene in New Jersey outside of Westview, and after they talk to the cops, and Monica asks, why hasn't Jimmy been inside of Westview yet? And Jimmy said because it doesn't want him to. Later the question is asked, why is it that they can detect that energy field but the cops couldn't? I think the reason being is because when you were dusted by the snap, all the elements that had to go into actually making that happen and undoing it, it gives people a sort of subconscious link to the essence or the energy that the stones put out. Now here's a few reasons why I'm thinking this. Number one, as I said in my first breakdown for Wandavision, I said that I think that Wanda is harnessing all of the powers of the Infinity Stones, just in various different ways. Here's how. Wanda got her powers from the Space Stone, the stone that was inside of Loki's scepter. But she displays other abilities, such as mind control, which is obviously the Mind Stone. And you're seeing that when she messes with Tony's mind and Captain America's mind. She can see into the future and give visions. That's the Time Stone. She does that when she shows Tony the vision of all the dead Avengers and Cap saying you could have done more to save us. She also does it when she looks into the mind that Ultron is trying to go into for Vision, and she sees that potential outcome of him destroying everything. Time Stone, similar to when Doctor Strange used a Time Stone to look into the 4,000,001 possible futures. She can communicate with the dead, a la Vision. Now she said that because at the end of Endgame, she says that she can feel them being, we assume, Wanda and Vision, because she says both of them. She didn't meet Gamora, so there's no reason for her to feel Gamora, and there was no other loss for her to give a shit about. Not to mention, however, she brought Vision back from the dead. She can fly, which you can attribute that to the Space Stone, because that covers something about distance. Whatever you need it to be, teleporting, flight, whatever. She can warp reality. We're seeing her do this all over WandaVision, and even created life somehow, and there you have the Reality Stone. And finally, the Power Stone is what amplifies everything. Without the Power Stone, for instance, with the Time Stone, you have complete control over time with the Power Stone. Without the Power Stone, you can do pretty much what they were doing in the movie, turning shit back and forth a little bit. Now, what furthers this theory that she's using the powers of the Infinity Stone? When Darcy was registering what the elements were that was being used for this town, she detected high levels of CMBR, which is the cosmic microwave background radiation. The acting director who is overseeing this project, when she brings it up to him, he says, yes, ancient relic energy. What else was called ancient relics? The Infinity Stones by Wong in Infinity War. So that's more of a connection. We know that the Infinity Stones give off their own distinct energy signature because Rocket said that was detected once when Thanos did the snap, and the second time when he successfully destroyed all the Infinity Stones. What I'm thinking is, number one, first off, before Wanda died, she showed that she was strong enough with her powers gifted to her by the Space Stone to be able to destroy the Mind Stone. What did Thanos say he did in order to destroy the stones in Endgame? He said he used the stones to destroy the stones. In the comics, the same thing happened. You use the stones to destroy the stones, except for the Time Stone that kind of warped out. But when Wanda came back, she was clearly more powerful than before, easily putting a hurting on Thanos like we haven't seen. Not to mention, before she got warped back, she was able to hold off Thanos with 5 of the Infinity Stones. Granted, he was able to barge his way through, but she was still holding him back for a bit. So now, fast forward to the beginning of episode 4 when Monica's coming back from the snap. And she's hearing those voices from her past. I think that right there was showing residual energy from the Infinity Stones when you snap and make shit go all topsy-turvy like that. Because she was hearing stuff from her past, which is Time Stone at work. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the residual energy that's inside of the victims of the snap, when they're around something else using similar radiation, they can have a slight detection of it. Similar to like as if, magnets are like repelling from each other, just some kind of something. Granted, this does not work if Jimmy Woo was dead, but Wanda is giving off the same, or I should say Westview is giving off the same energy patterns, same radiation that the Infinity Stones do. Now let's see how the Infinity Stones can be said to used at work here in the town. Remember the Power Stone, it amplifies everything to where you can do it way better than before. The Reality Stone that Wanda can be using that energy for is warping the reality around everybody, making things appear when they don't appear, such as when she was having contractions and her blue coat turned into a raincoat and turned into a fur coat, changing reality. The Mind Stone, she has everybody in this trance. They're all living this life. They're all living in this town, barely breaking free of it. The Soul Stone, like I said earlier, it brought Vision back. And we saw from that ending part of episode 4 where she saw Vision as he was at the end of Infinity War, we know that Vision, we assume that Vision is still dead, but she's somehow bringing him back. Don't forget, in the trailers, we did see her kind of forming a Mind Stone. Don't forget that. Time Stone, the speed in which she was pregnant and then gave birth to the twins. The changing decades in the town. And then finally we have the Space Stone. And I think the Space Stone is what's utilizing this whole town, keeping it in this bubble and spreading exponentially. So at the end of the day, what does this mean for future episodes? How would you stop Wanda? The only way I feel like you're going to be able to stop Wanda is making her want to stop or killing her. That's the only way you can do this. So that's my theory. And like I said, it only works if Jimmy Woo was a victim of the snap. And I do get that, he did master his card tricks since we last saw him in Ant-Man, but, you can easily master that in a few weeks, I feel like. So yeah, I guess that's what it is, yo. I got nothing else to say. I do want to take this time to remind you guys all to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. As well as make sure you guys check out my album coming out on February 13th, 2021. Lusogo Collector's Edition. All the songs you typically hear in the background of my video is going to be on that album. So check it out. It's going to be available on all streaming services. And then hell yeah, this Friday we got episode 5 and 6 of Wandavision. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, I'm your boy Token Drew. Live up, smoke out, game on. I'm out this bitch. Thanks for watching.
Got to be ordering. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. Real talk, I ain't from the block, but I got street smarts, I've seen some things. You ever seen a nigga get murdered? Have you ever seen a motherfucker hang? All these little niggas talking about gang bang, but the times have changed, I know you know this. Cops killing us, we gotta stay focused. Government does what it wants, fuck the voters. But that's the big picture. Let's get down to street level. Try to put a wall over everyone's eyes, I be blind, still go daredevil. All these niggas think they so special. Everybody claim they a trap boss. Every chick think they the baddest bitch. Yes, my real last here to piss you off. Everybody in the hood is slanging pounds. Who the hell is buying? Where the fuck the business? Honey, you may think you the baddest broad, but you just a story. Yo, nigga, I hit it dope when you make out the fire ganj. In the end, it's all just weed. Shorty, you make it, the bomb is head, but you ain't the first one to give it to me. I ain't a drug dealer, but I still got the water.